All right, we're going back to your phone calls with Kurt Nimmo and Paul Watson, both of Infowars and Prison Planet, joining us today. I wanted to, again, remind viewers and listeners that you can pre-order Fall of the Republic. And each one of my films tends to get a little bit better than the last. And Obama Deception is great. It's excellent. It's good for newbies. It's designed to shatter the left-right paradigm. It's the biggest film I've ever made. Most watched online, most DVDs out there. Activists have gotten it, made copies, keep it up. But Fall of the Republic is a whole nother level. It's a whole nother level. And the budget is almost double any previous budget I've had. And I would encourage everybody to go check it out at Infowars.com. Look at the cover, watch the trailer, read about it. Get your pre-order in now, because we're going to attempt to start shipping it out 3 or 4 days before the October 21st date. I got it off to the manufacturers earlier than I normally do so that we'd have time to ship these out. So a lot of people will be getting them on the date of October 21st. Some people maybe even before. I can't promise that, but we're really trying. Also, it'll be at prisonplanet.tv in super high quality for all the members there to download, burn to disk, a DivX copy to get it out to everybody. We're getting it uploaded and ready in the next few days in case a war gets launched or we go into quarantines, something like that happens. I'll go ahead and release it early and start shipping it early, too. And I did end up releasing the Obama Deception 3 days early because of some things happening here. But folks, just get Fall of the Republic today. Your purchase also makes what we do here possible. You can go to falloftherepublic.com for all things Fall of the Republic. It is Volume 1. Volume 2 will come out March 15th. Of next year on the anniversary of the Obama Deception. This version covers how the banks took over, what their New World Order is, what their master plan is, the secret police, Stasi teams, the television, mind control system, the propaganda, the left-right paradigm. It's just an amazing film. Fall of the Republic, Volume 1, available at Infowars.com or call toll-free 888 253-3139, 888-253-3139, or write to me. It's 1995, P.O. Box 19549, P.O. Box 19549, Austin, Texas 78760. We also have some discounts where you can get $5 off the film and you get it with Camp FEMA or the Obama Deception. And we're posting specials right now where you can get the Obama Joker shirts with Infowars, fascism, or socialism on them for $5.95. That's right at about $1 above cost. So you basically get the shirt almost free. By the time we ship it and handle it and all that, basically is free. So you can get the shirt with for $5.95 when you get it. And that's going up on the shopping cart right now for folks that are interested in that. And lastly, some of the other sponsors that make this radio show possible are local AM and FM affiliates. Be sure and support those local sponsors you hear and spread the word about the local stations we're on. And support the local affiliate sponsors that you hear. That is so important. And thank those sponsors. We're really getting a lot of affiliates right now. I want to thank all those folks. And the great folks at eFoodsDirect.com, the highest quality storable foods company out there. They have organic food lines, non-GMO, non-hybrid as well. They have the 3-day first responder. They have the 7-day first responder. They have 1-month supplies that fit easily in the trunk of your car. They have year supplies. Just check out eFoodsDirect.com. In these insane times, we all need to be somewhat self-sufficient, and it's only going to get crazier from here on out. The food lasts more than 10 years in climate control. 10 years if it's not climate control, like in the garage where I have mine. 800-409-5633, 800-409-5633, or eFoodsDirect.com. Okay, going back to you guys, and I want to go to calls. They'll be all over the map, but that's fine because you guys study this stuff every day. Paul Watson, you were trying to finish up a point when I cut you off for Kurt. Continue with what we're seeing happen with Iran.
Well, you asked Kurt if and when you think they'd launch the attack. I don't think they'll launch it under Obama. I think you'll probably see a single attack on a nuclear facility like Israel did against Iraq. But I don't think you'll see a full-scale war until they put a Republican back in. I think Obama's the kind of guy to jab them and keep them on the back foot and then a neocon administration will come in and deliver the knockout blow in 2012.
So you think he's happy with the 50,000 troop escalation? Already 30, they want 50,000 more, replacing the troops pulled out of Iraq sent to Afghanistan and Pakistan with mercs, with mercenaries, with contractors, and that they're just going to further put sanctions on, encircle, and soften Iran up. But here's the issue. Clearly, they're gearing up on a war footing here in the U.S. They're clearly getting ready and telling police departments that the citizens are going to attack all their departments. That's confirmed mainstream news. I would agree with you, Paul, if we weren't seeing such a massive buildup. And now, I said, if they start staging bust of terrorists, that's to introduce into the mind that it's real. That I think you may be wrong, Paul. I hope you're right, but I think you could be wrong. I'm seeing signs here that they may go ahead and stage terror attacks and say Iran did it. But I do agree Iran is 65 million, not 20 million like Iraq, or 21 million. It was 23 million, but millions are dead, and millions others have left. It used to be 25 million total, but it's down to 21 million now. That they could just do aerial bombardments. But under Bush 3 years ago, the attack plans were published to hit more than 300 sites inside Iran with as much as a month-long bombardment. Iran has better surface-to-air missiles, air-to-air missiles. They have better anti-ship missiles. They've been testing these missiles that can hit Israel. We know they do have powerful chemical weapons. I would imagine they've got biological weapons. And Iran historically lost 1.5 million people fighting Saddam in the U.S. when they had primitive systems. These are not Arabs. And Arabs have a lot of courage, but historically their armies aren't very well trained. Iranians are up there in the military science publications I've read as some of the most dogged and suicidal fighters out there. So I don't think the globalists are going to have to stage any terror attacks if they hit Iran.
Well, I don't think they'll be sending troops in anytime soon, because those secret documents in relation to Afghanistan say they need 500,000 more troops. So they're just not going to have the personnel to send in there. But yeah, they're probably going to conduct aerial bombardments just as they did with Iraq. So that's to be expected over the next few years. But I don't think it'll be anything on the scale of Iraq until they put a Republican in again, because they'll be able to sell it better to the neocons.
Kurt Nimmo, your take on all this?
Well, that's basically what happened under Bush Sr. with the Gulf War, and then his, with Clinton. Clinton oversaw punitive murderous sanctions on Iran for almost a decade. So it could repeat that way.
But he also launched attacks on Serbia, bombing their infrastructure and putting in ground forces in Pristina.
Here's the deal, though. If they take out any of these plants, Iran's not going to sit there. They've got Sunburn missiles. They've got the high technology that you talked about. They're going to respond. I don't think they're going to sit back. They're going to destabilize the troops in Iraq, and it'll be, it'll start those.
It's going to be human wave attacks like the Iran-Iraq war. The Pentagon's own reports say that. We've had top CIA analysts retired on agreeing with that, which is what the globalists want. They want to get us, that's what Rand Corporation says, into a war like World War II, where we're actually in danger of losing. So we'll then psychologically join with the government. They've set up the national draft boards again, and they're going to have the troops. I think this could be the start of Armageddon.
Very well.
Well, you know what will happen if they do fight back? The media will express absolute shock and indignation that they dare do anything, as, hundreds of thousands of their people are being liquidated.
Well, that's just like G20. I mean, we've got them coming up and hitting women in the head. A woman's riding her bike at the university. They say no one's allowed on the street. They hit the woman twice. She gets up, fights back, and the media says, how dare this cowardly terrorist attack our finest? I mean, you got guys in Darth Vader outfits wantonly rioting, beating people up, the police, and then a little woman, dare push back at the police, and the media, literally, we could play the clip, it's like, oh my gosh, she just hit an officer, this is horrible. I mean, it's this sick system where they assault you, they shock and awe you. In fact, go to YouTube, pull up a shock and awe, them blowing those buildings up. And then it's like, oh my God, they fired back, you're not allowed to, it's Al-Qaeda. Kurt?
Well, I mean, they had people abducted off the street, and then neocons, because their infantile minds couldn't accept that America's dead, basically, tried to claim it was all a hoax and it was staged by the protesters, until G20 officials came out Friday night and admitted that, yeah, they abducted people off the streets via unmarked cars.
Yeah, but see, the Pentagon-run Michelle Malkin, who's admittedly Pentagon-run, that's even her big sponsors, they knew it was real. It's a military tactic to just deny. They will, as they go, I'm not punching you, boom, I'm not punching you, and it's meant to just get you off balance for a minute. They knew those were real police cars. They knew those were troops arresting people. I've only seen one CNN report where they admitted sound cannons. Go ahead, Kurt.